right?
Should be starting soon.
Yeah, draft is now coming back up, so momentarily we will hop in.
And for Alliance, one of those games where you're going to look back on and be like, yeah, we played that really well as a team in the early to mid game, but things fell apart. I don't think you get thrown off the overall strategy. You just look at that as like a, let's take that and work on that for game number 2.
Yeah, they had it so, they were so close, so it should be, you know, next time focus a little bit more on all the heroes, not just 4, not just let one go free, especially not if it's Miracle. I think Alliance, they can bounce back. They're a veteran team, they're experienced players.
You think so? That was a pretty heartbreaking game. I mean, people talk about like mental impact and stuff. They were literally robbed. They played an amazing early game and then they literally lost 2 fights. Oh, I don't know if I could come back from that.
It's one of those things with Dota. It's like winning the early game only matters so much. And it wasn't just that, hey, they focused the wrong people, because it wasn't just the fact Miracle's that farm. They completely destroyed mind control and that offlane sandking.
Yeah, true.
Matu had a really rough game. He got his early Bloodstone and then lost all his charges in no time at all. So they shut down 2 of the 3 cores. Like, at that point, you're thinking, it doesn't matter how far Miracle is. They've done enough that it shouldn't matter at all. But the team fight execution, the smoke usage, the fight selection was just better from Liquid. I don't think it was the fact that Miracle was farmed that they lost the game. It was just the fights, how they went down, how they were executed that Liquid won upon.
Well, you know, if any team can come back, though, at any place, it would be Alliance at DreamHack with all this support coming out for them.
Dude, you talked about the Swedish magic. It is flowing here.
It's happened. I can see the magic. I can see everyone in the audience. They've got their hands out in this weird, ritualistic manner.
No, I'm looking. I see some people waiting.
There he is.
Yeah, oh, I see him.
That's it.
I see him.
You gotta have a keen eye for that match. All right, anyhow.
What is it? You do the A above your head like you're doing the YMCA?
No, you do this.
I'm gonna tell you about
This is what was happening.
No,
up and down.
Don't show them the Nordic black magic. We're not gonna make it out of here alive, okay? It never happened. Anyway, Warlock picked up first. What a surprise. Alliance says, give me that. I don't want none of that fatal bonds against me.
I mean, they got it last game, and how'd that work out for them?
Pretty good.
Up until
that one dude murdered them, but yeah, I mean,
it's a big cooldown you're going to play around, and that's where there's some question marks like, oh, what's the Witch Doctor pick for? That's a hero that you don't need to fight. You don't care if you've got Death Ward or not when you go into a fight. You're just thinking, we got Cask, we got Maledict, we got Voodoo Restoration. This hero does a lot. Warlock going to fight without Rock, it's not quite as impressive as a Witch Doctor. That Cask is like a mini.
He can't if you have the right.
Man.
Oh my God, it's not.
They've done it.
Well,
the analyst panel all sides.
Look, guys, it could be a support. Just calm down for a little bit longer. We can save our resentment towards the Liquid draft for later in the draft.
There you go.
Previous game Alliance did ban it out against them.
Yeah.
And Liquid's not going to let that happen again. So they take it, and I just... So are they in for the long haul?
We don't know.
Because Alliance loves that. Alliance is up for that. They picked the Nature's Prophet so that they have a plan late game as well. So that they can have this, you know, big comeback game for the Swedish crowd, as Loda said earlier in his interview. Everything for the Swedish crowd.
Reconsider the Nature's Prophet pick.
Yeah.
It may have won them game 3, and it was a key pick in that game, but that was one of those scrappy, like, magical Alliance games. The hero is...
And it was not just Nature's Prophet then, it was the Limp Tiny that did so much work in that matchup as well. So yeah, the Nature's Prophet maybe not entirely the best pick for them. How about the Disruptor though? Come on, you saw the Disruptor previous game.
I believe in that Disruptor.
Thank you.
Dude, some of those glimpses were unreal.
Okay, let's talk about this. Usually Alchemist picked as a gotcha pick at the end. He's picked up late. And they're so confident. They're like, hey, you know what? You want to go late game? So do we. We're going to pick up Alchemist. Get wrecked. We'll fight you at 72 minutes. We'll fight you at 180 minutes. I hope this match lasts the rest of my life. I love Naga. JK. Every time Naga gets picked, I go into my bathtub, turn the lights off, and pretend like I'm dead.
I'm so happy you said JK rather than Kappa.
Kappa. Baited. Ha Anyway.
I don't like this.
So Alchemist first.
I work with.
Is that weird, Alchemist first?
It's not weird in the sense that they know it's going to be banned, because it was, banned second stage the first game. It's one of those heroes which Alliance have shown an ability to win with, and teams... It's kind of one of those things where if you're not playing at the top of your level, and you're going to just straight up lose to Alchemist, even if you're maybe a better team. So it's an annoying hero to verse. It's kind of flexible. We saw them do the fighting Alch build. We've seen them go for the greedy Alch build in the past. That was also what Liquid did. So it prepares them for a farming Naga, but it also is something that they can still play around even if they do support Naga.
Now, is there a chance, though, that Team Liquid decides, yeah, you know what, let's not go late game. You get an Alchemist, let's cut his head off. Let's go early.
Chance. Yeah, they can put Naga in support, get an aggressive mid that can dominate the lane, and then play for the early game if they want to, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like that's where Miracle and Matu shine so much. These are players that seem to do best when they can get a bit of farm, get some items first, and then come online.
It's all about the bait, maybe.
All right, Juggernaut banned out against Alliance. Clearly they're comfortable running it mid, running it safe, and they're not going to get to run it at all here.
Yeah, good to see, though. I mean, both these teams can excel with that Juggernaut pick, so best to just let him out of there. Nobody has to fight over him. The popular boy at prom, and let him go.
So we saw earlier that if you're on against a Bat Rider, you preferably want to have some kind of vision hero so you can see him coming. Is there something that Alliance could still go for that you see fit in their draft so far that could be working out for them in that way?
Get the Venge, maybe? That could be an option. You got half of the vision, you got the swap to cancel it. But Oracle not available. Legion Commander is something that Jonas loves to play. You get that Purge for the lasso.
Ooh. That could be pretty solid.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good at pushing out lanes. You can deal with the Naga illusions. Not too bad as well, so.
I mean, assuming this is core Naga, does it scale late enough to deal with that? Or to excel with her?
With, as far as being able to beat the Naga with a Legion Commander.
Yeah.
It's not, like, it's not a matchup Legion Commander like counters Naga at all. Like, obviously, when they're grouped up, you can clear out illusions fast, but often the illusions is normally like, send one to each of the 3 lanes, send another to a jungle, so I don't think Legion is great in that area.
Ooh.
Hey.
Huh.
I mean, that's the risk you run if you pick up an Alchemist that early and you don't ban out the AA.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a classic counter. People sometimes forget about it, and he could just absolutely decimate this game now, so.
Yeah, just goodbye Chemical Rage.
And goodbye the Warlock heal as well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's,
Not Warlock heal. No, that's a good point, though.
That's one of the best single target heals in the game.
Hell yeah, it is. Damage-wise, too. Very good.
Yeah, it's good.
But
Also stops the armlets and stuff, so you may even consider not going for an armlet build this game if you're Alchemist. Just go straight into like a, I don't know, Tread's Blink Dagger or Tread's Shadow Blade. We saw him go.
sure. I also like, you know, they have some nice setup, too. Naga can just get that song out, and then the AA's got a guaranteed hit, and that just completely changes the team fight for these guys.
And not just that, but Naga can also set up for guaranteed cold feet with her
Oh.
early on in the game, so it's late game and early game as well. Now the Ogre coming up for Alliance, making it through past the first ban and pick phase.
That's surprising.
That is surprising, but it hasn't been really the winning factor of any of the games that we've seen today.
Nah, he's just one of those heroes you first pick because it's like nothing really counters or beats an ogre. Like it's not like a hero that you draft to counter and it's always useful. But
Yeah. I can see why they picked it up. I mean, it's a luck-based hero, and so far in this draft, Alliance is going to need some luck here. I mean, the ogre meta is not the best.
jeez.
Sorry.
So in that logic,
How many
you're going to see
9Ks
your
have
Chaos Knight.
Alliance got?
I want my K.
Oh!
Wow. Well, SF is going to be the mid to versus the Alchemist.
Yep.
That's...
Is there something that, because Alliance is still only 3 picks in, can they swap something out? I mean, an Ogre Magi helping out mid lane is very handy, but maybe they just wanna put the Alchemist safe lane if they
Hell
want to
yeah.
dodge that lane.
That's how you do it. Now you make it a support Alchemist.
Yeah, that's
the
a
mind
support
games get even more.
What?
That was actually a thought I had, but then you'd have to do Warlock as a core, so...
I mean, Corlock, we've seen it today already.
Core lock. That's tight. I want to see it, dude. I mean, that's it. That's the double trap card. Pretend like you're going late with Naga, then switch it to support, then get an Alp to counter, then switch him to support.
And then have Alchemist from the jungle to give Aghanim Scepters to the core Warlock.
There you
Boom!
Full
Game
circle.
over.
Yeah, I got him.
Baited.
We weren't gonna do that.
All right, we're not supposed to do that.
No.
Well.
Oh,
God, what are you doing, Alliance?
Alliance.
Wait, you guys don't like... It's Alliance. Come on, they picked Nature's Prophet.
Okay.
Okay.
So
The
Jonas
spirit
Sofan,
of Bulldog lives on.
Jonas Sofan is a great Nature's Prophet player.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie there. But the hero itself is just, there's a reason
Fragile.
nobody else picks that hero.
Hey, you know what? We said that about Gyro, and he beat the crap out of people.
Oh yeah, but
I think Gyro's a decent hero in Dota. I don't think Nature's Prophet's... Not that he's a bad hero, he's super situational, and I don't think this is a good
Yeah, this is 3 games in a row. That's not the definition of a situational pick.
And even the game that they won with that, it wasn't super convincing for the Nature's Prophet. Sure, it kept the pressure on and it kept pushing the lanes out a bit, but now you're up against a Naga Siren who can just as easily just take all your treants and just think, oh, thank you for the gold.
Yes, and Ancient Apparition too. I mean, he's got Ags, he pops your treants, he makes more money.
Shadow Fiend with raises.
God, I can't wait for this Nature's Prophet to just win and make us look like idiots.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that. I'm sure Annie, as an Alliance fan, wouldn't mind that either.
I'm a huge Alliance fan. I'm liking what they're doing so far, but I still got my question marks about this Prophet. I think Team Liquid are drafting a very Liquid favorite draft, while Alliance are going with their comfort heroes. It seems like they're just kind of getting drafted into a corner.
Well, maybe they have some plan that we just don't know about yet, and it's going to be amazing.
Here it comes, the techies.
Oh, God.
They ban out the Clockwork, and Weaver is removed by Liquid. We're looking for a hero for... We're looking for an Era hero.
Oh, for
Era?
For Loda?
Loda hero. Wow, wrong team.
Era, I was like, what?
Looking for an
I was
Era.
thinking, I mean,
That's some hot new roster swap.
What's going on?
All right,
Great,
so-
Loda hero, yes.
I mean, Sladar's still open, boys.
I mean, that's Sven.
Sven's greedy with the Alchemist, but maybe if your Alchemist is going the fighting build, it can work. Kind of depends on how they want to play the Alchemist here. If they're going to go for the Radiance Octarine build, that I don't think is the best play against the AA.
You know, I like my Chaos Knight. You think that would fit in at all here?
Ah, man.
It's not great
Oh,
against
okay.
Ancient Apparition due to the armlet toggling and stuff, but Vengeful Spirit
I
comes
like
out.
it.
Has a bit of vision.
They're going early game kind of with their draft, it looks like. They want to be able to fight and use the Nature's Prophet's early game TP presence to just go for that phase drums build, TP around, push towers early. Can either going to be doing this to create space for Alk, or they're going to be doing this to get Alk a fighting build and push lots of towers. But
Is there a small chance it's a core Warlock and the Vengeful Support, or is it vice versa? We will not find out. We'll find out.
That's very shortly.
Okay.
Eventually we'll find out.
Eventually we will find out. So guys, what's it going to be? Who's going to take it?
last pick, that means Naga's been playing as a carry.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with Liquid again. I not feeling the Nature's Prophet.
It looks so sad.
Screw it. You know what? It doesn't make any damn sense, but neither has the rest of this. Sweden power. Let's go Alliance. Get your black magic ready, you crazy Nords.
Alliance.
Okay, well, let's see. If we're going to go to a game 3 or not. It is over to our commentators, ODPixel and Fogged, for game 2 of our winners bracket finals, Liquid versus Alliance.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the casting desk. I'm ODPixel. I'm here with Fogged. We're ready to take you through game 2, of course, of Liquid versus Alliance. Some very different picks coming out. We are going to see the Miracle SF being played by Liquid, and an interesting final closing pick from Alliance, finishing with a Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, I don't know really what. It's a little bit strange. It's a bit different than what we're seeing, and we're actually seeing. Yeah, it seems like there's a rehost, huh?
Yes, there's apologies for the wait, ladies and gentlemen back at home. We have had lobby issues, so we're just going to reconnect to the lobby, get ourselves in. But in terms of the drafts, you were kind of saying to me you feel this is kind of showing a lot of confidence from Liquid coming into this game too, picking the Miracle SF and such. Is that the pick that kind of says to you that they're confident?
Yeah, I think that they're feeling pretty confident coming into anything. You know, they picked this Naga first 2 as well. I think they're just feeling good. That last game, even though that they were like playing 4v5 for quite a bit, they just like came in with Miracles, you know, Terrorblade in, and they just. I think they're feeling very confident. You know, I think Alliance is kind of like stuck at one point. You know, they even picked this Firan again, like they've been mentioning. They picked Alchemist first 2, and it's like instantly countered in a way by this AA. So I do feel like, you know, they're just feeling a bit. They're feeling a bit
How
good.
do you play around an AA as an Alchemist? How do you win a game as an Alch against an AA? Is there anything you can do specifically? Does it force you to go for a certain build? Like, are we going to see this kind of fighting Alch again?
I think
Is that the best way to do it?
It just makes it hard, you know, because your ultimate's completely negated if you get hit by Ice Blast. You can't really go for that armament build, which like enables you to be tankier and everything in like early stages of the game. So I think it really hurts the Alchemist, especially when you don't have anything like to really help him out with. Like I think it's going to be really hard for Alliance to really be able to do anything versus that lineup that Liquid did bring out. So.
It looks like we are still just waiting for the lobby to come back, guys and girls, so don't worry. I'm sure the game will be starting very, very shortly. Some Lamals coming out in the chat, so we should be fine soon. But game 2, I think, you know, again, I'm also interested to talk to you about, what do you think about this kind of theme of Alliance today, really wanting to push the Nature's Prophet pick, something that just no other team is doing? What do you think they see in it that no one else does?
maybe they just had a good amount of success with it in scrims. Maybe Jonas just feels super comfortable on it. Maybe they want to be able to, you know, pressure the supports a bit with it. But, you know, it's not really, it's still definitely like a bit hard for them to like, I don't know, it's definitely tough for them to really like use it because it's a hero that we're just not seeing so much. It's, you know, it's got its weaknesses. It takes a long time to literally do anything.
Yeah, we just fix this. But it's an all pick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've re-hosted.
I'm a noob.
We're getting this soon. But to my man spamming some finish in the chat, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
Game
Everyone's
should
in
be
the
starting
lobby?
pretty soon.
We should be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We should be able to start.
But yeah, they've got, you know... like
Waiting
this-
for casters. Oh, the other casters. Yeah, we're always fine. It's the other languages. Come
Yeah.
on, lads.
I think this, like Shadow Fiend versus Alchemist is a pretty decent matchup in the mid lane. They even have this Wisp who's going to be able to be moving around between the lanes and
Well, I guess
helping.
there's going to be the Ogre in the mid lane. I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing that
you'd
hurts.
expect to what, coming to help out.
I'm assuming Wisp will probably be like, what, he'll be stacking a bit too for the SF.
Yeah.
And in later instances, they have the Ice Vortex, which is buffs all of Shadow Fiend spells on top of the Bat Rider spells as well. So they have like slow on top of all that. They don't really have that much lockdown though, I don't believe. I think what they had. So Bat Rider, Naga, AA, Shadow Fiend, and Wisp. There's not really a whole lot of stun there.
I guess just
They've got
the
net,
net,
they've
but
got
they don't
lasso,
normally... Yeah.
and that's I think about it. So maybe we'll see like a...
And being a core Naga, I guess you
Change that.
probably won't... You don't normally skill the net that early on, do you? Unless you see a kill opportunity.
Maybe a value point, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe just because of the draft that they have, you know,
Yeah.
they're gonna need something, you know, stop this Furin from just TPing out in their faces. You know, that's definitely a factor. But this, so what? Alliance had, so it's Venge, Furion, Alchemist, Warlock, and
Who's hero forgetting?
I'm forgetting a support.
It's been a long day.
I'm forgetting a support. Well,
Oh, we've got images.
got images.
Oh, we keep talking.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, it.
There
Still,
we go.
I think it's.
we can see the team. This is much nicer to look at than us two.
Yeah.
There we go. Alliance.
I like looking at us.
Prepared and ready to go. Look at that. That's nice as well. We've got the boost lit up for the Radiant and the Diet. There's Liquid. Geared up and ready to go. Mind control with the smiles. He's had his branded chocolate bar.
They've had smiles on all day. I usually don't feel like I see Liquid so happy and green.
As
Maybe,
GH?
maybe GH brings out some more happiness with them. Like GH and Matu bring back like that Jerax and Matu happiness. And
It's,
maybe
I
something along
mean,
those
from what
lines.
I've heard, you know, GH seems to be a positive guy. Has not got the chance to speak to him yet personally, but a lot of people saying he's very excited to come to this land. Of course, it's one of his first, if not his first land.
It was Ogre. That's right.
Yes.
So
how could we forget?
They
the
at least
other
have like the Furion and Alchemist who benefit from the Venge aura and as well as the Ogre Bloodlust, so they have some scaling potential. But you know, they're playing versus a Naga Siren. They're playing versus a Shadow Fiend who's going to have a pretty good start. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely liking Liquid here.
Looks like we should be able to get ourselves into the game now, ladies and gentlemen. Alliance versus Liquid. Game 2 is kicking off. Our teams are ready to go, and already, so we can see a smoke actually straight up for the A. Drops a ward, nice and deep down in the mid lane there. So, going to be able to help Liquid out in that mid lane matchup, which may be needed indeed for Miracle if we do start to see Hans kind of hanging around, helping out them in the mid lane with that Ogre Magi.
It's always Matu with the Naga sleep face, taunting his enemies already. So Liquid walking up the hill, but no, they just cutting like we kind of expected. The Wisp is gonna be doing like double pulls to get this super accelerated farm on the Shadow Fiend, and this is actually this is the Shadow Fiend set, by the way, guys. If you haven't seen it yet. So.
Oh, has he got the extremely rare one?
He does have the
He's
very
got
rare
the
Shadow Fiend set.
See, it looks cool, but I was testing it out in demo mode. I don't know what the new particle effect is, but I think it must be very subtle.
This is my first time seeing it. I'm not too sure what gets changed up from it.
It looks flashy.
It does look cool.
It's very nice indeed.
I mean, the
I don't know
swag
what price
walk
for
is
the
always
moment.
cool, and he's got wings now.
I still think the jug definitely was the most extreme one, you know what I mean, in terms of difference there.
So yeah, right away Alliance with that smoke up, they put a Sentry Ward down to block at least one of the pulls, so there won't be too many stacks coming out from the Wisp, but there still will be that hard camp stack, which he'll be doing. They even block the pull bottom, and yeah, we'll see what Liquid wants to do. It looks like they're going for, what is this? Okay, so Wisp will be, Wisp will just be staying around mid, and Kuroki's going top. They're leaving Matu in a 1v1 versus the Fury.
Okay. And do you like this decision? I mean, should Matu do all right in this lane?
Maybe just getting a little bit of a start for mind control, like one level, and then they make the movement right afterwards. I think it's fine. Matu should be okay. He's got mirror images level 1. Ooh. He gets pressured a bit, but still, it's not.
And I like this as well. He's just headed over. He's blocked the other camp as well.
Yeah, okay, so he did put down the sentry to block.
He just went and did it now.
Good. So now they just pressure the Wisp, and oh my god, GH might just die here.
I mean, he's got a tether, but I don't know if that's going to save him. It certainly is a limp to pick up first blood for Alliance. And yeah, Hanscan causing a lot of issues there for Liquid. And this early Very first minute of the game, blocking the camps and getting the first blood with a teammate with Limp.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, right. This low HP, low armor Wisp with low HP, getting right-clicked by 2 strength heroes. Definitely stinks for the Wisp, but yeah, whatever. You know, it happens. It's a mistake for sure, and Alliance will definitely capitalize on it a bit.
Spawn lane. It's just going to be very interesting to see how this pans out, and if we do see backup come in for either hero. I reckon both heroes probably going to be able to find farm in this lane, aren't they, in this bottom lane matchup?
Yeah, I think Jonas will win overall, but
yeah.
I think Matu can definitely get some CS and not really worry too much. It's also like Jonas has to worry a little bit about ganks, I guess, whenever the AA moves off the map, but still it's hard. They have to skill net on the Naga, like we mentioned, to stop the TP's mid lane. Still putting a lot of pressure on GH and Miracle. Like this is basically what Hanskin has to do. Just follow the Wisp around. Of course, in the mid lane for now, but if he moves, then you move. But more than likely, just stay here for the time being until your Alchemist is able to kind of stand his own for a little bit.
We're going to see GH check out the counts by the looks of it and realize that
both blocked.
The status is not good for them up top. Loader on this safe lane Vengeful Spirit, something that we yet to really talk about too much. Yep. I mean, what do you think the thought is from Alliance picking up that Venge? Is that them just saying, we want to end the game. We don't want this to go late against the Naga. We want to fight and we want to force the issue before you know, things kind of get too serious. That's definitely one thing they want to do. They also at least have the swap for the last so if it comes up, but it is a core Venge. So, you know, if you're swapping that, it's, you know, it's not always the most ideal. I think what you're mentioning is very the best point. That, you know, they just want to pressure early on and let this Alchemist do Alchemist things afterwards. Top lane though. Indeed onto Loader. They've got the Shadow Word and the Fatal Bonds. Looking for GH first. Loader falling low with 4 stacks of Sticky Napalm. He's out. They'll lose Loader, and GH is going to survive this with the bottle charges. He will, only just. But GH playing his way out of that one. And look for to get the kill at no cost at all. As already backing away. Mid lane, the matchup still continuing between Miracle and Limp. Miracle 11 for 7, Limp 9 for 3. So Miracle, despite obviously having the IO dying in his lane earlier and giving Limp that bit of a boost, he's holding his own pretty well in the SF. Yeah, doing a great job. Lane ward always helps a bit, being able to like watch the movement uphill and always be able to like attack and pull the creep wave a little bit easier in that essence. But yeah, Miracle's doing a great job of just staying up there with the CS, even at 9-9. So it definitely puts down your enemy mid laner a bit. On the bottom lane, pretty much as expected, both heroes getting equal farm. But Timmerman farming at the same rate as Jonas and Fan at the moment. Mid lane, Hanskin again just looking for some sort of window to open onto GH or Miracle. You know, I thought Matu would struggle a little bit, but yeah, poor man's shield is just too ridiculous versus Furion. Top lane, looking to go on mind control with the Shadow, but look at these napalm stacks. I mean, they get the kill, but they've lost EGM. Kuroki's trying to finish off Loader. He doesn't quite have the damage to do so. So Alliance will find this trade here as they drop down the Treants. Nice. And take down 2. So lose the support, but finding the offlane on a support in return, getting Loader involved in that play. Yep, they'll be fine with that. They do move Jonas from the bottom lane though, so and he's not able to get down there at all. Mid lane now, we do see some pressure. He's bound up. Looking for Miracle as GH got enough heal to keep him alive. The Shadow was going to be ticking Miracle down as well, but no, GH's heal is too much, allowing Miracle to turn around. Miracle comes back in. He actually ends up giving up his life there though. After finding the kill, Miracle with a little bit of a over-aggressive play there. Paying with his life, and Alliance again. I'll be more than happy with that. They may have lost an Ogre, but they've knocked Miracle out. Yeah, Matu now, I mean, he was already doing fine in this bottom lane versus the Furion. Now he's just got a free lane. You know, he's pushing the tower super hard, cutting the creep wave with Illusion. And yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to get this tower probably with this catapult here. And now we even do see GH rotate with a full bottle, heal up his buddy, give him some mana. Furion TPing down, but this tower is already going to be getting into deny range from this catapult. There's hands getting down here as well on the Ogre, so Timmerman has to be a little bit careful. Backs away, up on top. Mind control again, making another guard. We're consistently seeing on this top lane, Heroes getting a lot of stacks of Sticky Napalm on them. Loader has got the Shadow Word heal. And Mind control trying to fight through it and does get the kill. Will pay with his life. Forces a TP out from Hanskin. Bottom lane, Jonas and Fan almost certainly going to be looking for the deny in this tower, and he should, and deep fight it, and he does. No one close enough in range. Nice little increase of gold to everybody, though, even though it's a denied one. You know, gives you a little bit of map control as well as, like, you know, it just gives you a little bit of gold to your supports and everybody. It's just a little surge. Hanskin now putting some pressure on Miracle. They even have the stun leveled up on Limp and the TP with Jonas, and yeah, that is very dead. So much trouble. I mean, so far, Alliance, again, with fairly solid start, but we've seen them have good starts and it turns out pretty quickly. And the thing is, well, this time there's definitely positives for Liquid as well in this early game. They may have lost Miracle in the mid lane, but Matumbaman's farm is looking to be the real kind of bummer here for Alliance, and something that they need to be aware of. Last game, we saw them let the safe laner, and that time it was Miracle get too much farm, and the game just get to a point where they're unable to do anything. And with this kind of lineup, this could be a similar story. GH, Concoction heading his way, Tevers across, and, well, with a fully topped up bottle, he'll be A-OK. But yeah, it really feels Alliance they've got to have an answer for Matumbaman this game. He's technically the miracle of game 2.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly that. I like this little approach, though, by Limp, you know, going for the level and concoction to put some pressure on the mid laner. I think it's a cool little thing. Mind control actually now clearing up a, triple or quad stack up in that hard camp. So giving KuroKy some much-needed levels there, and now he's level 6 on the Bat Router. So he's got the lasso, he's got 3 sticky, 1 in Firefly, and Loda was given some time here, though. While they were clearing that, he doubles up his CS. He was at 10, now he's at 20. So definitely gaining a bit of momentum there for himself. And EGM's just non-stop pulling, and he's level 5 on his way to level 6 too, so it's not too bad for Alliance right now. And now mid lane, Miracle, getting wrapped on again from the Ogre.
Got another concoction. It's going to be a very, very long duration stun. And that, again, it sets up another beautiful kill for Alliance.
Great movement from Hanskin again this game. You know, in the early game, he's just been a very commanding force to do this. And now we even see Loda move toward this mid lane. They want to be able to get some tower pressure since they don't really have too much tower push beside, on their lineup besides, like, you know, if they bring Furion and Alchemist and bench.
Just going to take a quick concoction to the face. TP coming through from mind control. Tethered up by GH to see if he can catch anyone out, but Alliance already backing away. But Alliance, just at this moment, as we're seeing, is putting a lot of pressure on that mid lane, a lot of pressure onto Miracle, and showing him a lot of hate, which is understandable after game 1. You can see why Alliance are looking to take it out on Miracle and make sure that he doesn't have a performance as grandiose as he was able to pull out in game 1.
It's the easy hero to kill too, you know. That's why Shadow Fiend is not really being seen so much too. He's super fragile. You get grabbed by anything and you're just dead, you know. So Hanskin recognizing that, obviously, putting very aggressive wards down, even one behind the mid lane, one on the mid lane hill, another one in the jungle. So he's just keeping an eye on Liquid's movements and just keeping an eye on the Shadow Fiend for the most part. And now he's like, hey, Miracle, what's up, man? We just beat on you a little bit. All right, maybe just...
Mind control trying to go in again, grabs EGM. This time there's going to be no chance for a Shadow Word save as EGM will be picked off. Yonason fan TPing up top, maybe seeing if Alliance can swing this one around, and with a good concoction from Limp, they should be able to. KuroKy is going to be the focus of the right clicks of Yonason fan, and looking towards mind control, but he's a little too far behind the tier 1 for them to dive for more. But nonetheless, they get a kill in return, support for support. The mid lane, Hanskin still just causing issues for Miracle, making sure that Miracle doesn't have a free time, trying to clean up stacks and such in jungle camps, and having to play very, very cautiously in this mid lane, especially with Loda coming around, ready for the push. Also at the same time, you have EGM returning to the lane and has a Chaotic Offering available, and a beautiful swap into the Chaotic Offering, coming down onto Miracle. GH trying to save him. He's falling incredibly low, tries for a TP out Miracle, but the damage is too much. He's out. GH will make it, but again, it's the Shadow Fiend going down. 4th time so far this game in the first 9 minutes. As Alliance are targeting him absolutely perfectly, but still, Matumbaman is going left untouched on that bottom lane, and now with those illusions, just clearing out the jungle at the same time, it really does feel like Alliance can't let themselves be treated like they were in game 1 by the safe lane. They need to do something about the Naga Siren at a point in this game.
Yeah, they definitely struggle too to like really push out lanes with their heroes. It's like the Alchemist and the Furion, I guess, in a way, but they're not like these heroes which have like this giant wave clear where they just like nuke a wave and it's gone. While, you know, this like Naga Siren should be able to have like pretty free stuff. Like they're gonna have a really hard time catching him, finding him, and killing him in these situations. They're gonna have to just pretty much commit a lot or find him under a ward and then just get a nice pick off on him there. But yeah, should definitely be pretty hard for them to find Matu in these situations. EGM looking like he's going for that Midas again, and yep, as I said, he buys the recipe. He's pretty close. Yeah, he's getting.
It's going to be another one of those good timings. It's even looking to be the same timing.
Yep.
As he got it in game 1.
Pretty much.
That 10.5 minute mark. Up top, for mind control. Sprout set it up. He's already used the Firefly. And he's going to go for the straight TP out, and there's no way they can hold him back from that one. So.
Yeah, I really like this how KuroKy focused so much on giving mind control such a good start and just putting Matu like basically completely alone. He's just non-stop stacking this hard camp, and he gave him such a good laning phase that it's 10 minutes and we basically have mind control having a blink dagger. So they've got a real initiation for us, while Alliance has like a rock. But you know, Rock cooldown is much different compared to the last one. It's not really one of those initiating forces. It's more like a counter initiator for the most part. Or, you know, if you get like a very good positioning, you can use it to initiate.
Miracle to come over and clean up this stack that was created. He's certainly the hero that needs it at the moment on the side. Oh, Courier coming dangerously close there. Did have that Glimpse of Haste for the Midas as well, so it's a good job that Alliance were able to keep it alive. And indeed, EGM with that pre-11-minute Midas, similar timing that we saw in Game 1. But of course, in Game 1, it did go south pretty quickly for Alliance. See if that's going to be the case again this time. In terms of Matuma-Man's progress towards the Relic, he's on 3k gold at the moment, so nearly has that first major hurdle complete. And I think if he gets a good Radiance timing, that is the point where Alliance really needs to start being worried about this Naga Siren.
Yeah. Limp's going for the battle build, like we mentioned. You know, he's going for now an SNY first item, I believe, on the Alchemist. At least he has a Sage. I don't know if it would be a Heaven's Halberd Rush. That would be a bit weird. But, yep, he's going for this battle build, and I think it's necessary versus this lineup. Mind Control and Kuroki smoked up. They're looking for a move to find somebody here. This could be pretty big if they are able to find them at the Roche pit there.
It's not going to be necessarily the quickest of Roshans. So Liquid definitely will have a chance to fight, and they've got Ice Blast. They do have the ults. Immediate jump in, the Ice Blast coming through, and it's a 4-man Ice Blast, beautifully done. They'll look to finish off Jonas and Fan, and Loader is absolutely perfect here for Liquid so far. The chaotic offering will be dropped, but EGM almost certainly going to go down as well. One more touch from Mind Control should do it, being held back. He'll get the triple kill. Mind Control with the balls to the wall, jump in, getting the vision. They know that they're there. They follow through with an Ice Blast. There will be a buyback from Jonas and Fan though. They're looking to try and find somebody return Miracle, charging up the Requiem. Jonas and Fan will walk out to the side, and they do punish Miracle, take down the SF. It did cost them that buyback on Jonas and Fan. It may be worth it if they are able to finish off Roshan. I know that the ults are now down. They still have the Golem to help out as well. GH just keeping eyes on it from the sideline. Ice Blast is back up though, and it looks like Alliance, with that timing in mind, won't be able to finish off the Roshan with that buyback. So, I mean, Jonas and Fan committing the buyback and getting the Miracle kill, it's nice, but at this point, you're kind of beating a dead horse. Miracle's not the one you need to be killing. It's Matuma-Man, and he has got that money to pick up the Relic. So that hurdle complete now at 30 minutes in.
Yeah, it was a really good smoke by Liquid. You know, they smoked up, they get some wards into the enemy's jungle, they put one in the mid lane too, and they're like, yo, there's no one on lanes, there's no one showing here, let's check the Roche. The smoke breaks, and no hesitation for Mind Control, jumps in, Ice Vortex plus a beautiful Ice Blast. There's just too much damage for Alliance to deal with, and that really hurts them too, because Alchemist during that entire period, he's not farming, and he's not going for the Radiance build, obviously, since he, you know, it's not as good, obviously, versus this like AA build and everything. He's going for more battle build. Yeah. And it slows him down a lot. Yeah, while Naga's doing great, you know, he's got the Relic, he's on his way toward his timing.
Yeah, definitely. Again, seems to just be like the safe lane syndrome that hits Alliance hard. They let this hard carry of Liquid get a lot of space, and it really did come back to bite them very hard in Game 1. We'll see that is going to be the case in Game 2, but certainly at the moment, in terms of Liquid's outlook on this game, they'll be very happy with the space that Matuma-Man's got. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. But Alliance,
going for it again.
And as we said, and as you mentioned, you know, their strength is fighting as a team. They do have this build on Limp that's kitted them out, ready for a 5v5, but when they get caught out like they did before, it's not pretty. Yep. Aegis and Roshan would be huge, and looks like this time around they will get away with it. They'll scan up on the high ground at the moment. Indeed, no one from Liquid in the neighborhood. Pick up Roche, and Aegis will be going the way of Loader on his carry venge.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think they have a cool like minus armor strat, obviously, with like the Waver Tower and Acid Spray, so that like at least they can do like a good amount of physical potential. But yeah, they're definitely gonna, you know, they don't really have that much AoE to really bring down this Naga Illusions once he gets to that point. He's got the Radiance coming out, and it's gonna be the Naga show that we love to watch, don't we? It's just
certainly turning into it. But at the same time, obviously, I think it kind of balances out the Naga, because the fact we've got Miracle SF, we've got an IA. They're going to be looking for the Wombos, the fights, the pickoffs. Yeah. And Miracle has, Brown Boots into straight up Blink Dagger. This is the make or play build.
I was wondering if he was going to get the Yule Scepter. It looks like he probably will with that Windlace, because you know they don't really have a lot of lockdown, and now he's able to get his own setup to get these type of kills. He obviously has the sleep to be able to set up for himself, but now he's got that, you know, that escape potential as well. So it's a cool pickup. It's, you know, we don't really see Shadow Fiend too often, so it's nice to see the variety in builds that people can do.
Top lane, Liquid starting to move together as a pack to claim a tier 2, but at the same time, Alliance maybe looking to try and make something happen bottom. Already with the TP's back, they want to try and hold on to this tier 2 if is indeed a fully fledged push coming out from Liquid.
They see all of Alliance's movements with these wards. Very good warding.
They could turn and just maybe
Liquid here.
try and fight Loader if they wanted, but it looks like at the moment, yeah, with Limp and Hanskin turning up, they do respect the punching power of this Alchemist with the SNY build at this stage of the game and immediately head away. EGM spotted out by Matuma Man.
He's trying to deny the creeps from Matu. That's cute. Well, yeah, I mean, it's really tough for them. I don't even think, like, Liquid, they see, like, Loda and stuff, and they're like, okay, he has Aegis, but either way, they don't really need to force fights, they don't feel like. They have the Radiance online, they know that their lineup does, they just need to go for these timings and just push the game to a later extent, and while this, you know, Naga becomes a Naga Siren.
Also, what do you think about the choice of Jonas and Fam? We've seen him pretty much in all games build the Orchid. Is that the item to still build on Nature's Prophet? It seems to be for Jonas, and he believes that is the best thing to do in all the situations we've seen him in these games today.
Yeah, this game and the other game that he played, he went drums before it.
Yeah.
But the last game he went just straight
he
Orchid
just went
Rush.
Straight Orchid, didn't he,
I mean, it gives you damage potential late game. Obviously, you're able to get a Bloodthorn to replace it, but I mean, who really knows? Like, this hero doesn't play too often, and okay, they do get a lasso up on EGM, and they even commit the Requiem just, you know, just for show.
And he's going bots as well, so Miracle kind of the full greed, full split,
Jonas
full
gets the
fight.
courier.
All right, well, at least the recipe wasn't on it, so
Yep, he's got
Miracle can still pick it up on a trip back to base.
Yeah, he'll be able to pick those up for sure. Matu as well. Looks like he's going for those boots of travel, even though, yeah, he's going to disassemble his arcane boots for sure.
Yeah, start to work towards. Yeah, get them and to Octarine and search for the Naga complete.
This is okay, cool. They actually go for the Shadow Blade on Limp again, so it's going to be, I mean, it's a lot of pressure on him to try to make, like, plays go around with this, but, I mean, it's hard. Top lane, Houndskin, you dead. Nice relocate by GH, obviously with that
Any
ward.
opportunity, I'll take it. Get Miracle those kills, help to bring him back into the game. And we saw him at the start, getting punished in mid now. He's top 3 on the network board. Mid lane though, Limp gets a good stun in fact. It gets the IO and SF combo on the relocate back. Very nice little play from Alliance, giving Limp a huge influx of gold there. That's a couple of tasty kills for him to find.
Yeah, right when he picks up the Shadow Blade. You know, he gets nice kills kind of handed to him with that relocate back. Good positioning there by him. Good awareness for them, knowing that that's where the relocate was coming from as well.
And still, meanwhile, Matuma Man playing pretty much PvE.
Yep.
0-0-0 on the KDA. He has over 200 CS at 18 minutes in. It's like he's playing Naga in a bot game. He's not having to worry about anyone. They're not looking for him. They're not punishing him. And they're certainly not slowing him down. And that does continue to be the issue for Alliance, really. This Naga Siren.
Yeah, I think the next step is for Alliance to get like a ward out, like one ward in the enemy jungle and one ward in their own jungle. At least an entrance ward, just so they can watch the movement from this Naga Siren. Because Naga, he's just gonna keep doing this for a very long time. He's just gonna constantly be sending the illusions into the jungle. Maybe show his hero very rarely, but he's not going to show too often. So they have to really benefit a lot when they do see the Naga. So I think that they need to really put those wards down pretty soon. But they look like they want to get some pressure done.
A smart sentry with Kuroki. He knows that Limp's right behind him. Another sentry chopped down, trying to allow the team to turn around. An Ice Bar straight immediately onto the Alchemist, but they have lost Kuroki on the AA. Looks like Limp will survive. And indeed he will. So regardless of those sentries being spammed down by Liquid, he'll lose a hero, GH. Having to play it careful in the sidelines here as Hanskin comes looking for him. Tethers across, down to mind control.
Aegis is gone now, though. And yeah, although they get a pick off and they have Warlock Golem, they still have to be, you know, pretty afraid of what happens. You know, Miracle's just going to split push for now while Naga Siren sends images to the mid lane and just completely counteracts their push with that. Like we said, they don't really have the greatest wave clear. They don't really have the greatest illusion clear either. So
they really don't have anything yet to kill those illusions. I mean, I guess Fatal Bonds is something to follow through with, but it's certainly not a reliable way to deep push these lanes. They're getting mash pushed in. We're starting to see gold being saved up on Limp. I mean, he's got 3K. Is there potential for anything else other than the Silver Edge to come out first, or do you think he will just probably upgrade the Shadow Blade next?
Yeah, probably just into the Silver Edge next, but he can, I mean, he can make his decision what he really wants if he feels like he needs like a BKB, maybe some more scaling items.
Is there any way kind of an early axe on any of his teammates would help change the fortune of this game?
Maybe. I mean, you know, Furion's a hard one to gauge.
Yeah.
Possibly the Furion just to keep the split push up to kind of match the Naga, but I don't think it's the best option for sure. Matu gets the sleep off. He gets 3 heroes.
Oh, let's watch Miracle. He wants to get there. He's got a beautiful Requiem here on top of 3. The timing's perfect and they get bursted down low. Oh, that's 3 dead.
Oh, Jonas TP's in too.
I mean, Miracle says, we'll take a 4th if you want to offer it, Lights. But Jonas and Fam, they will get the TP out by the looks of it. They haven't got anything to cancel it. He will survive, but still, nonetheless, just one of those combos that's a bit of a beauty to look at there. Beautiful sleep into Requiem. The timing's perfect. And Liquid, they are looking very good in this game too, despite the fact that on the scoreboard, Alliance 14-13. You just got to look at Tumamaz still at the top of the board. The fact that Limp did go for this fighting build, and he himself has been having a very clean game. He's 3-0-6, but has now 2.5k gold on Miracle.
That was a cool move by Miracle too. Like he requiems and instantly blinks backward to get like the far raise on them too, and puts himself in a much safer position. So that was just, you know, it was just like a little flashy on top of everything that they did though. Beautiful Wombo combo.
They want to kill him again though. He immediately just blinks out.
No, something's up. And yeah, it looks like Limp is going to go for that BKB, as I mentioned. I feel he just kind of needs it, you know, if he really wants to be able to get into those fights and not worry so much about the AA blast on top of all like the massive magical damage that Liquid has. He can, you know, he can at least go for that. But you know, this Naga Siren is already hitting his critical period where now he's got Manta, he's got his Radiance, he's got the energy booster, he's on his way toward that Octarine. And now, yeah, we'll be seeing the Yule Scepters being picked up on a lot of Liquid's heroes, I feel like. My Control is going to be going for one. I was assuming that Miracle was going to, but no, he's just going to go for this right-click factor instead. Casual Windlace, movement speed's cool, and then he's going for Dragon Lance and just into that guaranteed late game, and then he can be that, you know, team fight potential as well, not have to worry about Naga being near them, because, you know, he doesn't want to be near them. He wants to just kind of run around, do a split push thing, and if he gets those type of sleeps, obviously he wants to be there, but those aren't really going to happen too often.
And it really just feels at this stage, a lot of this weight is on Alliance is on the shoulders of both Jonas and Fan and Limp, because Loader on the Vengeful Spirit, he really is starting to fall behind. He's not been able to make that much happen across the map, it feels, with this hero. And of course, being Avenged, the farm rate being incredibly slow. He's 2k behind Mind Control's Batrider and a fair few thousands behind the relative cores on both sides. So it's just going to be interesting to see how Alliance can really bring Loader back into this one on Avenge and what he can actually achieve as the game goes on, because it seems to be just getting harder and harder for him to have an impact in this match.
Yeah, I really like the way Liquid's warding in this game specifically. You know, they have a lot of vision of what's going on the map, and they're just like warding in like this place where they can just see where Alliance wants to move, and it's like giving Matu pretty much super free potential to use his illusions in the deepest way possible, because you obviously want to be able to cut waves, and you don't want to be using the illusion so much on your side of the map. But now we do see Alliance going for this smoke play here. This could end up being pretty decent for them.
Absolutely, they would love to take this. I mean, Matu, GH, and Miracle, 3 ideal kills. Matu does have the song available. We'll see if he just pops in. He does immediately. No messing around from Tumamaz. He is going to find out the rest of the team and goes, all right, boys, we are out of here. Immediate TPs for the 3 of them. They leave the lane. And, of course, just Naga proving to be very hard to catch out as expected.
Yeah, Limp wasn't shadow bladed up when he went in there, so he just kind of like broke the smoke, and he's like, hey guys, good to see you. And yeah, quick sleep by Matu, and yeah, they all escape. So some wasted time there from Alliance, like where they're losing time on the map for farming, and all their lanes were getting pressured as well, while My Control just casually farms the enemy jungle too. So definitely a downtime period there for Alliance, and now they might get the pick off on My Control here though, but he does have a Yule Scepter and a Force Staff, so he's able to counteract it a bit.
And the blink's now ticked down. He's out.
Nice little play there now. Now they're gonna go back on the aggressive, but he doesn't have the blink up for a while, and yeah, it's kind of hard for them to catch anything. But yeah, Matu's still doing Matu things, Naga stuff, pushing waves out, and he's actually opting to level the net. So he's got you know, level 3 net, level 3 snare, so 4-second duration for that. Alliance struggling to get any wards out on the map.
Well, it's interesting. I wonder what the vision was there, because they did all 3 get hit by Nature's Wrath there on Liquid, and they popped down 2 sentries subsequently trying to find a ward, but there was no ward.
Was there treants or something? Or?
There must have been something I want to go back and look at, because I'm a little bit confused, and it seems like Liquid were as well. They just dropped the sentries. They're like, all right, someone can see us. Whereas he may be expecting even the Shadow Blade out to be hanging around. Could have also been a potential, given the vision. But he wasn't, so a little bit strange that. But
how's EGM doing? So EGM this game looks like he's probably going to be going for what? The Lotus Orb? To counteract the, I I guess, like to try to block off the lasso and stuff. It's just a support item that he wants to go for. Maybe, I don't think he's rushing the refresh here, but I guess it's a possibility. That would be a little bit bold of him.
Or going and refreshing before Axe.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess he's expecting the out to give him an Axe.
I mean, I guess so, right?
So
maybe,
he could...
Maybe he could go to refresher, yeah? That's a good point.
But I guess, as you said, Lotus Soul could be very nice to just kind of lay down on Limp, allow him to be the true frontliner and not have to worry too much about Liquid.
Yeah, not have to worry
jumping
too
in
much about getting lassoed, but it doesn't really counteract anything else. It doesn't remove anything. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't really
save you against sleep.
No, it doesn't save you against that. Uh-oh. Is that a relocate top? It looks like it is a relocate top for Jonas.
What's happening up there?
It's a Bat Rider.
Can he get his way out of
this? I believe he is dead.
He has no TP yet. Still on cooldown for 10 seconds.
Yeah, there's a relocate coming in on top of a Bat Rider. And yep, now it's a good choice. My Control buys a gem. So he doesn't even make his supports pick it up. He knows he's super rich in this game. This is what offlaners should do. I love when offlaners buy gem. It's actually the most glorious thing. It's so good for the supports. But yeah, he's super rich anyway, so why not? And yeah, he picks it up, and that's going to really hinder a lot of Alliance's map control, which they don't really have much anyway.
That's just going to make it harder and harder for Jonas and Fan to go out on the map. And already, as we're seeing, up on top, and getting punished for this.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of trapping Alliance now. They're not really letting them farm at all, and they're taking a lot of the farm on the map. They're taking the enemy jungle, they're pushing in the lanes with the Naga Siren, and yeah, it's very tough. Yep. Very tough for them for sure.
And here we have a quick chase down onto Jonas and Fan. He'll sprout himself up, build himself his own little surrounding of trees for his funeral. And he's down, and 26 minutes in.
Oh, he stuns himself, and the sleep. Oh, he was trying to time the stun with the relocate comeback, and... Oh, they do get the rock now from EGM. It does stop the sleep.
Now, can they kill Matuma Man? That would be an absolutely massive kill to get.
He's pretty fast.
He is incredibly fast.
Pretty strong.
Lim's going to end up stunning himself. Can't get the stun out. Matuma Man's going to survive. In fact, they could turn. I mean, Lim's really low. He's going to be netted up, surrounded by Matuma Man, and Matuma Man just turns and takes him down. He even pops a BKB charge. So that's off. EGM trying for a TP out, but Mind Control there with the Yule Scepter. They don't only find one, they end up finding a second.
And Hanskin, it looks like Mind Control wants to chase him out. He's got blinked up in 1 second, and he's going to grab him.
He's not done yet. And Liquid picking up yet another in this fight down bottom. It's, again, game 2, looking to get to the point where it's very, very hard. EGM's Warlock just pick up a GHI on the back of it. So that's something. But overall, still very much going in Liquid's favor. There's a tower to fall as well in the mid lane. And the net worth is looking incredibly grim for Alliance in terms of their course. It's starting to skyrocket up overall, but just the main thing is you compare Matuma Man's Naga to, say, Limp's Falcon. Obviously, Limp did go for this fighting build, but and he found the good fights earlier, but now it's getting harder and harder. And with a Naga that's a clear 6k ahead of you, it's going to be even harder. As Jonas and Fan yet to get caught out again by Liquid. And down for a full minute. I don't know, man. It's what are the options here for Alliance now?
I mean, it's super difficult. I don't really know what they can do. They have to kind of just hope for Liquid to make these massive throws, to be completely honest with you. Like, the Furion isn't able to really even split push because there's a Wisp on the enemy team, so they can always relocate to catch him whenever he's seen anyone on the map. And they can't kill these illusions. It's now the Matumba show with the Manta Octarine, and he's just going to be forcing lanes in, pushing towers, and it's going to be Alliance just kind of trapped in their base. Just, yeah. They're even going for kills with Matu with the Ice Blast.
Oh, so. Lim, they'll put the BKB, will be swapped out, so it looks like it will be saved for the time being, but EGM will be caught out, left behind by the rest of his team.
They're just going for the dive, honestly. At this point, they feel so strong in this game, and yeah, I don't blame them.
There's going to be a Requiem coming through from Miracle as he stands atop of Loader, comes out, full damage out onto the Vengeful Spirit. Hanscam being forced back, Mind Control jumps for Miracle as well, blinking in to finish off the kill. It's a double kill for Miracle. Loader will buy back, but this could very well be a dieback. They've still got the full team surrounding him. Alliance, they need something huge. They have managed to take down GH. Loader will survive, gets himself away and back out, but Mind Control just jumping in past the Ancient, taking down Lim. Oh, double kill for Matuma Man, and Loader, he'll almost certainly fall as well. There'll be a buyback from Lim, but netted by Matuma Man. A triple kill for this Naga Siren that Alliance might be able to punish. They have the Orchid, they're coming in, but the backup's there. This Octarine heal with the Radiance, it's keeping Matuma Man alive. Limp can't quite seal the deal. He'll turn towards Miracle, but Miracle's able to blink out.
Oh, he missed because of the evasion. He actually missed Miracle with that auto attack, but Miracle might actually get caught anyway. The right clicks, Limp's gonna get him.
Pops the man to that Miracle. Can
Oh, he's trying to dodge him out with the illusion bait.
surely he can't. Oh, wait.
Oh my God, the illusion bait. No. His TP's down. And he's gonna get the courier.
Oh, what?
What is happening? Another relocating in to try to heal him up. He doesn't have boots to travel up, but
I
GH
can't
healing
quite
him.
believe what we
Oh
just
my
saw.
God, he actually illusion baits them and ends up blinking, and now he's walking uphill.
He's gonna take a tier 3.
He's got the blink. Are they
Okay,
gonna get him?
maybe- no.
Oh, I'm gonna relocate out.
Denied.
Oh my God, that was.
Oh. Okay. I mean, you can't write that stuff any better, really. That's how the cookie crumbles. In the world of Miracle. It's speechless.
I mean, the game is really hard for Lions to win, but, you know, just having that nice little flashy play there is just... Yeah, why not, right?
Hello. Matumba man, hello. He wants to go for a bit of a throw by the looks of it, boys and girls, but GH is there to help him out. Matumba man's going to be fine. Hans can be chased out to the side. Kuroki finishes him off. Alliance, they've lost two down. Jonas and Fan being moved in upon. Matumba man finds him. Loader to get popped as well. 4 out on Alliance. Limp charging up the concoction. We'll get it thrown out. There'll be a buyback from EGM. He's coming in with a very aggressive TP, and GG comes out. Absolutely over. There's no doubt about that. And again, it's Alliance forgetting that the enemy has a position 1 by the looks of it in both games, as Matumba man gets a free pass to farm heaven.
Yeah, I mean, they did try to put a lot of pressure on the Shadow Fiend, but it was kind of the same thing again. Like, they lost their short lane. They kind of won their mid lane, but the bottom lane was a wash. You know, Jonas was TPing around making the plays. Matu was able to just completely free farm. They don't really have anything to deal with the Naga into the later stages of the game anyway. So I think it was a really hard game for Alliance to really to be able to take the potential to actually take this game away from Liquid. I think Liquid looked much stronger overall as a team, to be fair. So.
And, I mean, as you said, you know, kind of going back to game 1, Alliance have shown that they do have their strengths.
Yeah, they
but
have
it just
their early
seems
game.
against a team like Liquid, where they have got these players, they have got these 9K players that are used to games where if they get space, they know what to do with it. They are going to be at absolutely maximum efficiency, no messing around. Matumba man ends the game, 11-0-7. I'm sure his GPM indeed is pretty impressive as well, nearly trying to outdo Miracle's performance from game 1. 823 GPM on the Naga Siren. And, you know, Miracle, I'm sure he had a lot of fun that game. As you said in the draft, picking SF, maybe a little bit cocky, but when it's Miracle and he's able to play his game, have a bit of fun, hit some fantastic Requiems, and at the end of the game, pull out that cheeky play where
this was fun.
he gets surrounded, he tries to TP, he gets Concoction, he's like nearly dead, Mantas, Fatal Bonds onto 3, gets the blink out, and then bam, Chaotic Offering, blink again, takes a courier on the way out, takes a tier 3.
Yeah. I think Liquid, they had a very good draft the last 2 games. It was just really well executed. They identified what they needed to do in the win the games. They had very good vision going into these games too. They were like very aware of what alliances were trying to do, and I just think that they played very smoothly.
They really did. So Liquid, of course, with that win, will be moving on to the finals.
Yep.
Absolutely, and Alliance, we will see another shot from them because they, tomorrow, will play the winners of our last series that's coming up, which is, of course, between Escape
and Imperial.
Yep. So a lot of hype Dota to be coming up. Liquid definitely on the path to victory here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague DreamHack Finals. But indeed, what a way to finish the game, and what a great series we've had so far. So we'll be able to head back to the panel to hear what they have to say about Liquid's performance against Alliance, beating them down 2-0 there in that series.